Anyway, I start seeing all these kids doing all these ridiculous things, but these are things that I had witnessed from the adults in general in churches. And so I'm kind of starting to feel like, oh my God, does God not see me? Am I not worthy of God? I recall feeling emotional in church, but then having to actively muster tears because I'm not going to lie, like it felt like social pressure. How could I be the one least affected by God and be the one caught lacking, so to speak? So yeah, I was like, I guess if we're going to feel this deeply about God, I must also cry. Same thing happened with speaking in tongues, except I didn't really go far with this because I felt really uncomfortable doing it. But a few times I would either mime or like participate and act like I was speaking in tongues because maybe it would just take me somehow. It never did, by the way. Long story short, we come to Australia and we start attending churches. I immediately moved to country Victoria, and while, country Victorians can be religious, I quickly figured out that what religion means in Australia is very different to what it meant in Zimbabwe. People were quite intensely, if not viciously, religious where I came from. People took it very seriously. Outside of going to church on Sundays, they tried to do Bible study other days, etc. But when I moved to this country, the way people engaged with religion was kind of like very lackadaisical, And I found the energetic feeling of being in church in Australia felt a lot lower. Like in a church in Zimbabwe, the way that everyone would participate with the singing and the dancing with a lot of vigor, similar to when you're watching African American churches online, that's the kind of energy that Zimbabweans brought to church. And so while I may have struggled with some aspects of it, one of my favorite things to do at church was sing and dance. Which makes sense for me now that I'm a spiritual person, because singing and dancing helps you release energy and move energy through your body as well. It can move stagnant energy and just make you feel better, make you feel more connected to source, to your ancestors, to the general environment around you. Anyway, so now I'm like 12, 13. And I do remember even then having conversations with my mom and saying, isn't it funny that we were colonized, right, by white people who wanted us to believe in religion? They, introduced Christianity to us. I know someone was going to say, oh, Christianity was present in Ethiopia, but it certainly is not how it got introduced to us down south, okay? Anyway, I'm like, so they introduced Christianity to us. And I went to a Christian private school when I was in Zimbabwe. So I was surrounded by white Christians even then. But I always noticed there was a difference between how white people and black people approached religion, even in Zimbabwe. And it was made super, super clear to me once I came to Australia, because it felt like for a religion that they had tried to tell us was the right one, they didn't even seem that sold by it. And I know that, well, Australians are also descendants from British people, so never mind with what I was going to say there. But yeah, that's just I just thought it was weird, because they went around the world crusading, killing, burning people.